First of all, before we get stuck into the movie questions, Michael, it's an absolute pleasure
Thank
to
you.
meet a fellow
Likewise.
Irishman.
Likewise.
I'm from a county that wears green and gold.
Nice.
It's not Kerry.
Okay.
We don't get to Croke Park very often. It's Leitrim, so it's not the
That's
same.
a hurling county, though, is it?
I wish. We don't have hurling. We don't really. We try hard at football, but
Okay.
we don't get. I do support Kerry when they're because it's green and gold
The
as
same
well.
colours, yeah. It's
So
convenient.
I feel comfortable in that. I should say, getting into the movie questions, I do think both Walter and David would make very solid Kerry cornerbacks. I think there's a mental toughness there.
There is, yeah. There's a sort of, there's a resilience, yeah.
I thought the movie was amazing. I watched it last night in Dublin, and I just walked out onto O'Connell Street. I felt like I was in a different world. I didn't sleep a wink last night.
Great.
I think there was some people said Prometheus wasn't scary enough, but I think they're going to get it in this one. I think that's
For
fair
sure.
to say.
Definitely. It's kind of going back to the original Alien and the DNA of that, and of course the xenomorph is back. There was obviously a huge appetite for that. That was a lot of the sort of feedback that came after Prometheus. And yeah, once it starts, it sort of doesn't let up, and it, things go sour pretty quickly.
Absolutely. I mean, you feel yourself just gripping the sides of the chair in the cinema. It's a white-knuckle ride.
I laughed a lot as well. I found a lot of funny moments in there.
There's some very, black humour in this movie.
Definitely, yeah.
And that you get to deliver from both your characters, really.
Yeah.
In different ways.
Yeah, but it's also just the physical comedy, I mean, the scene, which is my favourite sequence, when they sort of, the first infection of Leadward.
Yes.
And that whole sequence, where Amy comes in with the shotgun, she slips and goes. I love that, the shotgun blasts in the air. She gets her leg caught in the door. All these sort of unfortunate things that happen to you while you're being chased down by an alien.
Of course.
It's funny.
Who amongst us hasn't been there? Your character, David. He established himself as a bit of a bad egg in Prometheus, but we can say he's taken it up several baddie notches in this one. Is there a particular thrill in playing a genuine villain of cinema?
Yeah, it's just fun. There's sort of a lot of the times villains are pretty fun characters to play because they've got a lot going on. They've got very strong motives. So it's very clear where you're going to take them and what sort of journey they're going on. And yeah, there's just, I had a lot of fun with David in the first one as well, so it was great to bring him back to life. Can
I ask you about the kiss?
Sure.
What's it like to watch back shifting yourself?
It's weird watching yourself anyway. So that thing I watched it, I was like, oh, that's kind of funny and strange. But in general, it's just a weird thing watching yourself anyway. So I'm kind of looking at it, very sort of analytically when I watch a film, especially for the first time. I'm just sort of trying to see the things that work and don't work. And but yeah, it's.
Did you like that?
Did I like that scene? Yeah, I did. I
And
thought
that
it was an
moment?
unusual thing when we were doing it. It's an unusual element to the character, and it just sort of, that's the thing about David. He's so kind of bonkers. He hasn't been there. There's no he hasn't gone in for a checkup in 10 years, then you know what happens if you don't turn your phone off every now and again, or your computer, just to sort of, reboot it. So it was fun to sort of see how far I could play with that and stretch it, and, moments like that, of course, tell a lot about, where he's at and what's going on inside him.
I love the moment where he thought Byron had written Ozymandias, and it was Shelley. He was like, he's human, he makes mistakes, he gets things. He was that
glitches.
human.
Yeah.
There was glitches in there. I saw that you were awarded the Freedom of Killarney just before Christmas, so I just wonder, have you wielded that power yet?
It's not the Freedom of Killarney, actually.
Oh, okay.
I can't, take sheep through the town or whatever.
Well,
that
I
allows
would have
you to
thought
do.
that would have been the thing. Your own sheep,
Me too.
obviously.
I found out too late when there were sheep everywhere, and I got arrested. It was a great privilege and honor, and had a really nice time at the event. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
And I saw you got to bring Alicia back. Is there a pride in bringing people from outside home to Kerry? Because we know obviously. Irish people know how beautiful Kerry is, but when people come from the outside and this, you see it through their eyes.
I think it's always great, bringing people to Ireland, Kerry in particular, of course, because that's That's particularly special for me, and I think it's just a beautiful part of the world. And for sure to see, take people down, around the Dingle Peninsula, or up the McGillicuddy Reeks or to the lakes. Yeah, it's just stunning part of the world.
Michael, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Cheers.
I enjoyed it, and I'm glad to think that you think that Leitrim is a hurling county. I'm going to take that home. Michael Fassbender reckons Leitrim is a stronghold of hurling.
What happened here?
What's happening?
I need you back here right now. I need you.
Okay, baby, just calm down, sweetheart. Calm down.
Tell me to calm down.
You're breaking up.
All of this to start our new life. Where is it?